Good morning, TNT. This is for you, yes? Before you say anything else, I had gray hair since I was in my teens, boy. So my wife come and tell me, she say, you're looking too old. Get rid of the hair now. Get rid of the gray hair. Dye the gray hair. So I just dyed it yesterday, so it's still fresh, eh? When I go wash out and thing. But anyway, like I always say, every day the Lord Father gives us a good day. It's a blessed day. So take a second out of your day and give thanks. Show some gratitude. Anyway, let me get on to it. Now, I want to talk about, we're not talk about Miss Kamala. Don't worry, we're going to talk about she. But I want to talk about Mr. Moonilal and the Dragon Pipeline. That is what I want to talk about.
Morning.
Here's what's going on. Now, them come out with the Dragon Pipeline before. They were supposed to go to Venezuela. And that would have shipped gas throughout South America, all the way up into Central America. The U.S. Department of Defense, what it was called at that time, and Mr. Donald Trump come out and threaten Trinidad and Tobago. And threaten them with sanction and war and all kind of thing if they cut it off. So they shut off the pipeline, they shut it down. Now Mr. Donald Trump and them, they're going in there to kill Maduro. They're going in there to hold him, you know. Now partner, them going there to kill him. They're going to kill him. They're going to kill him there, so. And who they going to replace you with? Well, if I had to guess, it's probably Eduardo, our former president of the country, who have close ties to the United States. That's who they go put there. Marco Rubio come out and say they're going to open back the Dragon Pipeline once they replace Maduro. And who controlling the oil in Trinidad and Tobago now? ExxonMobil. So who stand to profit the most from this oil deal? ExxonMobil. And who was the head of the negotiation for the deal with ExxonMobil? The corrupt Mr. Moonilal. The same man who make all his money from fraud, laundering, and corruption. That same man, Mr. Moonilal, had a company, EMBD, some business development company. He in court right now. They in court right now. 7 years them in court there, so. For corruption and money laundering. 7 years. While he was the head, the housing minister, he was using the company and his position in government to ensure contracts for his company and overpricing the job so he could skim off the top and take and thief money. And it were other people, other contractors that catch it and say, hey, nah, this is right. This is thieving, and report it. Now they're taking him to court. And then while he did, now, this happened last year. Oh, last year. Just happened there, so. Now he using new position. And he close ties to Miss Kamala to turn around and try and make changes to the law to save his ass. That Mr. Moonilal. That is the man who's spearheading the negotiation for the new Dragon Pipeline, which could be controlled by the United States. Them control it. Trinidad ain't controlling one ass. Them threaten Trinidad to cut it off. Partner, is billions and billions of dollars coming in. Billions. ExxonMobil stock will go through the roof. Not only that, their profit margins will skyrocket. That will take them from an estimated 100,000 barrels a day to over 300,000 barrels a day. That is a high output oil well, and that is one oil well. If them put 3 or 4 or more there, so excuse me, sorry about that. Think about the money they're making, and all Trinidad gain is at 3.5%. And all you see them are corrupt. All you see Miss Kamala corrupt. She come back boosting. We come back with $90 million in investment. $90 million in investment for Trinidad and Tobago. $90 million. You cost Trinidad and Tobago over $100 billion. And you want to pound your chest for $90 million? Oh man, hold your ass with that shit, we. It's like you have a man there so that go give you. Yeah, $100. You could make 100. Say, you're selling thing there, so. You're selling fruit and thing, eh? And we could sell out your fruit and make 1,000. Right? Make $1,000. And somebody, say government or something, come along and tell you, hey, you can't sell that fruit. They can't sell that fruit because of climate change and, you know, it's an endangered species and all kind of bullshit. One set of cock and bull, sorry to give earlier. No, you can't sell your fruit. And then the same government come along after and say, I'll give you $100. What you gonna do? Keep all that food and let it spoil or sell it? They strong arm in all you. It's one set of bullshit them giving all you. And she telling all you, it's the best deal for Trinidad and Tobago. That come from moonilal mouth. And all you trust he? Partner, listen. Me go tell all you my family name, eh? Me ain't gonna say that because frankly me ain't want that for them, and they had their life and I have mine, and their business is their business and my business is my business. But let me tell you, Jed, I know the moonilal family, you know. I know the name well. My grandfather, my grandmother, my family, they know the name well. And they have one good thing to say about them, you know. At all. Them is thief. And that is the man them put there, so. That is the man spearheading the negotiation for the new Dragon pipeline now. Now United States going and control that. So that is what Ms. Kamala said. That is what we're negotiating. That is not the negotiation partner. At all. That is what they tell all here. I tell you, they go come and get your story. But then I go tell you what really going on. That's what I tell all you. They go come and get your story. And that is the story they go get all you. Money coming into Trinidad and Tobago. Money finally coming into Trinidad and Tobago. When that government and the PNM destroyed Trinidad. PNM started and UNC just finished the job because it's under Miss Kamala watch that the S&P Trinidad rating went from stable to negative, meaning the country collapsing financially. And all you're feeling it when all you go grocery and thing and all you have to buy grocery and thing. Tell me how you're feeling it. when all you have to pay water bill and light bill and all this kind of thing, tell me how you're feeling it. Tell me you're feeling it. When you want to go put $2 in your car and you look at the price of gas, so you say, wee boy, I can't afford that, boy. Tell me you're feeling it. But them good, you know. I tell all you, them thiefing. You feel moonilal with a history of money laundering and fraud and corruption. And you can go look it up, you know. You go research it yourself. We have a court case going on right now in Trinidad. Right now. Since 2017, that's going on. For corruption and thieving and money laundering. Mr. Moonilal. And he used the government position to save your ass. And changing law and bill, introducing new bill to make amendments to existing laws. The Public Life Act. And different bills to save his ass. That Mr. Moonilal. Because if they find he guilty, partner, they taking everything. And they call him the fourth richest man in Trinidad and Tobago. That's all the money gone. And he looking at jail after that court case. But they go save your ass, man. So when I tell all you Kamala corrupt, have a reason I say so. Have a reason. Judge a man by the company he keep. Judge a politician by their political party. Who you rub shoulder with? Who you have in your political party? Who you appointing? Judge them by that. Now I get message and thing from people telling me I know what I talking about, and Miss Kamala there to save we and she go help we. All kind of shit I hear in there, so. And I guarantee most of them, the one that complaining, is one of the two. Either real young, or they real old, and they believe all the lie she gave them. One of the two. That is it. Because anybody with any blasted common sense go see. Anybody with common sense go see. There's thief they thieving. So, go and do your research. Go and see. Go and see. And now you have Cuba come out officially and say they're back in Venezuela. Officially, Cuba come out. United States bombing mainland Russia. And Russia out the front door, Trinidad and Tobago. Russia have multiple nuclear submarines in the Caribbean waters right now. Multiple. Then one. Russia have all the navy and thing there, so. Putin was in China just recently for some Chinese national holiday or something to shake hands with Xi Jinping and reaffirm the commitment to each other's country. You forget China and Russia right there, you know. Them is neighbor. Well, you forget that. China and Russia is neighbor. You look at part of Russian thing, and I had some real good Russian partner thing, yeah. But now when you look at them look Chinese, boy. It's Chinese, they look Chinese, you know. But they're Russian. Native Russian. But them look Chinese, boy. Them right there, you know. And who else not too far from there? And who else had it back to? India. India part of that too. India next to Russia, but India is partner with them because India want no bacchanal with China. Them fighting donkey years. But if push come to shove, they know what happened to China go hit India next. India is stupid. And you have Dagestan, Turkmenistan, and all these different places in Russia. All of them is Muslim. Now you have Russia, the Islamic nation, China, India, Colombia, Cuba, and all of them, including Iran, all of them together, and all of them is part of the BRICS nation, and Venezuela just signing up to the BRICS nations. So if you attack one, you attack all. That is what's going on. So if you feel that $94 million you come back with go do anything for Trinidad, you're mad, you know. You're mad. Like you saying, I go and take my family to Kentucky with $100. Good luck with that one. Go. I would love to see you do it. That ain't doing one ass. That money ain't doing nothing. But I guarantee you that $94 million you bring back is more than that. But that is all they telling all you about. She bank account getting packed up, you know. Moonilal too. And Alexander. All of them. If you could go and find a list partner, a list of corruption with Moonilal, longer than my arm, boy. And that man in government, he in government, and it's not here, it's not here, see, you know. This ain't no shit talk, you know. This is real thing. And he in government there so. And Miss Kamala appoint him as the energy minister. Miss Kamala judge a man by the company that he keep. And judge a political party by the constituents sitting down next to them. Judge them by the politicians in their party. Judge them by that. And if that is what Moonilal doing, and he's Kamala right-hand man, what's she doing? What's she doing? That is why I tell all you, don't trust no government. All of them is the same shit. All of them corrupt. And Moonilal, Kamala, Alexander, go down the list. All of them is the same. PNM ain't no different. Because even PNM coming out and say, well, we know they was corrupt, but that's the pot calling the kettle black. That's pot calling kettle black. You know how they know? Because they corrupt too. They know because they're doing the same kiss me ass thing. And that court case, partner, is a $200 million court case. $200 million against the company EMBD. $200 million. Because he was using his position to secure contracts for his company. His own company. That is conflict of interest. And cutting out everybody else. That is conflict of interest. Not only that, he wasn't paying people he was using. He wasn't paying them. overcharging, skimming off the top and embezzling money. That is what Mr. Moonilal was doing. Millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. It's no $10 and $5, you know. That's what he was doing. You have $1 billion deal there, so billions of dollars. You feel here thiefing? You feel here thiefing, eh? All right, partner. All you feel so. Go ahead. Listen to he. Listen to them. I tell all you. They go on there to sell out Trinidad and Tobago. United States going and kill Maduro. Where you feel they leaving from? Where you feel them launching an attack on Venezuela from? You feel them doing it from Puerto Rico? As they telling people? There's a kiss me ass lie. Them are launching one ass from Puerto Rico. It's from Trinidad and Tobago them leaving. Not Puerto Rico. Because when shit start, Venezuela going to Puerto Rico, you know. They come into Trinidad and Tobago. That is where they come in. I tell you that a Patos Island or Pitos Island right in between Trinidad and Venezuela there. And them holding live fire exercise and all kind of thing right there, preparing for a war. Maduro's a madman. And if you corner a potong, partner that dog go fight you and try and kill you, you know. A potong. What you feel he gonna do? He know they coming to kill him. What you think he going to do? And Russia already ship all kind of missile and thing to them that they can launch from boat and thing, you know. Russia ship it. So they have a dog in the fight. Granted, it's no big dog, but they still have a dog in the fight. And now you're going to have a next set of them coming too. So instead of fighting one potong, you're fighting about 6 of them. And me care how big and bad your dog is, partner. If your pit bull, your Rottweiler, your Alsatian had to fight 6 potong, I go put my money on the potong, you know. Telling all you. Because them men go play fair, you know. Them don't care about UN sanction and human rights and all kind of thing. US like to talk up in the ass about human rights and this and that violation. When they start to get their ass cut, that's when they open their mouth. But they don't say nothing when they self-violating it. When themselves doing it. Donald Trump killed over 20 people in Trinidad, in Venezuela water. And not one piece of evidence they give for it, you know. Not one piece of evidence. He say these terrorists. He say they're shipping drugs. He had no proof. None. He has show one piece of proof. But he say it. That is a human rights violation. So listen to them. Follow Mr. Donald Trump. Follow Miss Kamala. Follow moonilal. Watch and see what happened. I tell all you. She went there to meet with Rubio and all of them. And Heg, Seth and Donald Trump to sell Trinidad and Tobago. That is why she went there. And the only piece of bullshit she going and get all here is that they're reopening the Dragon pipeline and that going to bring plenty money and investment to Trinidad and Tobago. Not one kiss me ass dollar coming in the country. Not one. But ExxonMobil and Shell, them go make real money. And where that money going? To the United States. That is what will happen. So, all you, that's the truth. Take it as you wish, yes. If you don't want to listen, don't listen. That is on you, partner. That is on you. But me, I have no reason to lie to all you. At all. Me, I have no reason to lie. I have to call out what I see, yes, and truth is truth. If you don't like it, that's your business. But it ain't gonna make it any less true, eh? It ain't gonna make it any less true. Because you want to believe it, don't mean it's wrong, you know. Alright. So anyway, I have some things to do here. Yes, I have some ants cutting up my plant and thing there, so boy, I had to go find that ant nest here somewhere. I'm going and kill them. So I have some work to do today. Yeah? Anyway, that's just my 2 cents for the day. And as always, I love all of you. Say no shit talk. I love all you. All of you. I love Trinbago. I love my brother and sister in Trinbago. I love all of you. So God bless. God keep all you. Look after your brother and sister. Remember, that's we land, boy. That's we country. That's we country. Together we aspire. Together we achieve. Together. Take it easy, Jack.